Finally, back on. Let's wait a little bit for people to get on here. See who gets back on. Had to restart my computer. I wanted to restart and get a new title here. Now that Freddie Freeman is going to the Dodgers, that's the breaking news of the night. There's some big stuff going on tonight. So let's see who hops on here. Let's see who hops on. We had a couple of hundred people on the last one. So let's see if we can get back on here. Daniel Mancini, Fernando, what's happening? Squingili, thank you guys for being patient. I had to restart my laptop to get it going. And it looks like now it's 6 years, $160 million. Yeah, it's supposed to be 6 years, $160 million, or right around $160 million. So Michael Marino, 10K tonight. I don't know. I mean, how many subs away are we here? We're at 99.20. So I need 80 subscribers, 80 subs tonight if to get to 10,000. So maybe, but yeah, 6 years, 160 mil for the Dodgers. The Yankees had a big 4-year deal, high dollars. I think was higher than this, which is like 20, a little over, right around 27 or 26 point something million per. But they definitely didn't go for 6 years. I think he wanted the years. So Steve T, what's happening, everybody? Davey, Jason, Tyler. All right, most of my crew is not on here, but it's pretty much done. It's in the last stages of being finalized, Tyler. But yes, it's in the 6-year, $160 million range. So they're putting the last bits and pieces together. The numbers are coming into play now. If I get 10,000 tonight during this live stream, I will do the Big Mac and the apple pie tomorrow night. I'll go live and do it tomorrow night, and I will house that thing for you guys. So if the Yankees do something big, for those that we were talking in the last live stream, the Yankees they're in discussions right now with the A's for either Sean Manaea or Frankie Montas. There might be possibility for both. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, he's 32, the same age as Rizzo. Rizzo got 2 years. Freeman got 6, and he's making 5 times the amount of money that Rizzo. So pretty much right on the button. 32 times 5 is 160. So that's crazy, big boy. So I hope. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so. And because I put out videos every day on pretty much every free agent move and trade, and you'll see it all in the description. I put out 10 or 12 videos today alone on just this stuff. So, and the Chris Bryant signing, all the other signings that happened, Jock Peterson tonight, the trades that happened, Matt Chapman, Seiya Suzuki, they're all gone. They're all off the thing. What is the big trade working for? Davey, they're working on a trade for either Frankie Montas or Sean Manaea, one of the starting pitchers for the Yankees. For the A's right now, they would be a clear number 2 behind Cole for the Yankees. So do we get a catcher or platoon? I think they're going to wind up platooning Sean. This new kid, Ben Warfed. He's 24. He hits lefty. He's an official. He's a genius defensively. So it's about to be official, Connor, and I'm refreshing everything here everywhere, and you'll know shortly. But it's right at the in between home plate and third base right now. So, and Toby, yeah, thank you. Look, I can say this: I'm happy that Freeman's not coming to the Rays or the Red Sox or the Blue Jays. So that's good news for the Yankees. The only time the Yankees would have to face them would be either an interleague series or the World Series. So I can breathe better. I can sleep better tonight knowing he's going over there. And backstage, it was a great idea. I appreciate that. So it's not. I just had to restart my computer. So I appreciate that, backstage. You got good ideas, buddy. And you're right. A lot of folks that weren't in the last time stream are in this one. So so we'll see if I can get to 10,000 subs tonight. That'd be awesome. So, and we're at 99.24. So I need 76 subs before the night's over to get to 10,000. So if we do, I'm going to do the Big Mac and the apple pie challenge. I'll go live tomorrow and do that. I'll house it for you guys. I'll even do 2 of them. I'll do 2 of them. And I will wolf it down. All us back. What's that, man? Good to have you back. Jason Robbins. Who's going to play first base? Well, their number 1 prospect's a first baseman. And, there's still some guys out there that they can bring in. Schwarber's in the Phillies now. But I could see them bringing in somebody still. Vogelback would have been nice, but he's over with the where did he go? Vogelback left. Pirates. Yeah. Would the Yankees give up for a number 2? I mean, it would probably cost Luis Hill and Oswald Peraza and another prospect of some sort, maybe. So, oh, Muskie, don't worry. This is a cheat meal that I do once per year, and I eat clean. I work out. I'm a fanatic, but it's my favorite cheat meal. It's a Big Mac. I take the apple pie and put it in there, and then have the fries, and I have a chocolate shake on the side. It is phenomenal. I don't know what possessed me to try it one day, but I did. I think I was bored and I was feeling lazy, so I'm like, I'm impatient, so I'm like, I don't want to take the time to do both, and I'm just going to sandwich them together and eat them, and it was phenomenal. So, already promised it for the 10. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Sean. So I'm going to do it. I mean, once they hit the 10K, I mean, we're now at 99.24, so 76 subs away from 10,000. If I get 10,000 by the night or tomorrow, I'm going live tomorrow, and I'll do this. And I'll definitely do this. And I also promised that if the Yankees got Olsen in a trade, that I would do it. Unfortunately, they didn't get him, which stinks. But the Braves were smart to get him. You take Freeman contract and add 2 more years of his prime. Judge's contract is probably $250 for 8. Yeah, I would. Harvey, you're probably right. You're probably right. Any chance we can show Murphy? Yeah, maybe, Sean. Maybe. Udall's in the house. Maybe. But I mean, I think the focus is on the starting pitchers, Manet and Montez, because it represents the bigger need right now. But if you can get Murphy and Montez, that would be a heck of a trade. RC from the NYC, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Generous dono, man. What's up, everyone? First time stream viewer, welcome. Great work with the free agency news this week. Keep it up. It's my pleasure, and I appreciate your generosity. I'm going to keep it up every move, every day. I'm going to keep pounding them out so that you guys are in the loop on everything. And I keep the videos short and sweet because I know I'm putting out a lot of them. So I want you to get the info that you need, and we just keep it moving. So, and the live streams, we can kind of get into detail and talk a little bit more. But there were a lot of moves today. So, and I put out, I think, at least 10 videos, and it's crazy, but that's what I said I was going to do. And I want to continue doing it. And I want to be, pretty much the only person that's doing it in that type of volume. So I want to keep doing it. So I'm not going to give up now and stop that's my commitment to you guys. So, and I'm going to keep you filled in throughout the season as well. And obviously anything in Yankee world. And, I do see the Yankees getting a trade done in the next day or two with Oakland. How many guys? I don't know, but at least one of those starting pitchers. So I would love both of them. Like Big Boy, 100%, man. I would love to get both of them. I mean, if you can get both pitchers without the catcher, I don't care. But that would be phenomenal. Braves dealt their number 1, their number 2, their number 6, and their number 14. Yeah. Big Boy, 210 for Judge for 7 years is the number. That's the one. That was my number as well for Judge. So let's refresh this and see. It's now, Udall, it's now 6 years, 160 million. That's where they're at now. So Sean Johnson, I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, if I ever got an opportunity to be at a gym, I would love it. I'd love it. Legit recorded a video on the bus because there was so much news. I'm telling you, backstage, like, that's the only way we can keep up with it, right? You have to. There's so much going on. Where's Correa going? I think if he doesn't re-sign with Houston, there's a good shot. Philly was trying hard for Bryant. They didn't get him. So I think Dave Dombrowski would make a bold move. And Angel Serrano, shalom to you too. Have a wonderful night, man. Thank you for coming on this one and the other one too. So thank you. Yeah, if I see Philly and there's a chance Detroit, but I think Philly would be a much more logical spot for him. You put him with Harper, that's murderer's row. Do I think the Yankees go for Wilson Contreras, another cat? I mean, maybe Carson Kelly would be an appealing option for me from Arizona. My AL East division rankings right now, I still think it's Tampa, Toronto, Yankees, Red Sox, Baltimore. I don't think the Yankees are 4th place right now. So 1 year for $40 million for Correa. I mean, that's a doable thing. I don't know honestly, like, they have $100+ million coming off the books in the next 3 or 4 years. And they have like 40 coming off the book the next year. So, I mean, they could take the hit this year and be under the threshold over the next year or two. We're barely over it. So, and, with the money and with like Chapman coming off the books, Britton coming off the books, and some other guys, that's at least 40 mil. and that puts them right under. And with the threshold going up each year, little by little, they'll be right in the ballpark. I know they're over it right now, 250 over the first one, but you know, I could see them. I can see them getting back under it next year, depending on what they do with the trade deadline and in the offseason and whatnot. So, but I could see it happening. I could see it happening. Backstage, I don't know if Rizzo's vaxxed. He wasn't vaxxed last year, but I know he did. He was a cancer survivor, so I know he's trying to get a medical exemption, but he's been in remission for quite a while, so I don't see how it would affect that. So I really don't know. I'm guessing he at this point he probably is because I don't think the Yankees would have signed him knowing that he's going to miss a bunch of games. But there are at least 3 or 4 Yankees that are not vaccinated, according to like Boone and Cashman. So they're gonna miss, they're gonna miss some guys, and they won't be able to go to Toronto either. So, and if they miss the playoffs by a couple games, you better believe a lot of people are gonna be blaming that. So a lot of people. The Orioles offer $300 million. Did they really offer 300, Tyler? I mean, they're not gonna compete. But I think he's a Boris client. He's gonna go where the money is. So he'll be like, I've always wanted to cut a ball, the ball. I love the crab cakes and whatever, you know. um, he's gonna go where the money is. Diego Gonzalez. I've done a couple of collabs with on my recaps. Derek was one of the best channels. He's awesome. We do plan on getting together again for another recap. So probably opening day. I know we've talked about it before, and or I don't know if I don't go to opening day. Depends on the schedule. I have kids at home, so I have to kind of plan accordingly. So, but we'll see. We'll see. And I do think Jim. I think he's going to get more than 300 million from somebody. Probably get 330, 340 or something. So, but 300 is legit. It's legit. Where did the info on the trade come from? Rodney, which trade? Which trade are you talking about? Orioles close to the Rockies and competing. Not out of the question. No. Well, I mean, the Orioles are going to have a tough. I mean, the AL East is tough and the NL West is tough. So the Orioles and Rockies are. Oh. MLB, breaking news. Looks like they're finalizing the deal too. And who's the troll, big boy? Who's the troll? I didn't see it. Let me know who it is. Manaea and Montez. Yeah, they're talking to the A's about Manaea and Montez right now. So I can see it happening. Chris Schmidt, have a great night, man. Thank you as always for coming on. Matt Chase on Volpe. Volpe, I think Volpe's going to be good, man. You gained 49 subs since the lockout ended. That's awesome, Backstage, dude. That's awesome. Keep growing. It took me 18 months to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then it just started kind of taking a life of its own. So it did take a while, Backstage. But once you get there, and you kind of refine your approach and whatnot, you'll keep growing, dude. Big boy, I'll keep an eye out. I will keep an eye out. Thank you for that. Thank you for the heads up, man. That's a smart and great move. Braves got Olsen. That was an absolute steal for the Braves. And that contract, $21 million per for 8. Oh my God. What about the Ace center fielder? Ramon Laureano, he's still on PED suspension, so I don't know. Gee, man, I really don't. No. And I don't know how much is how many games he's going to miss. Just like Trevor Bauer, we don't know how many games he's going to miss either for MLB suspension. Even though he's exonerated criminally, the MLB is planning to suspend him according to the reports. So it's given us a lot more content to work with. Daily Dose. Now we have stuff and like news breaking and all these things, and it's more exciting because we know there's going to be baseball, which is fantastic. So my channel blew up after the Boris situation. It has, big boy. It has, man. And honestly, man, I just try to keep consistent, keep accurate, just keep it authentic, man. And not everybody's gonna love it, and that's okay. But the people you got, you guys, my OGs, you hang around and appreciate all your support is much greatly appreciated. And you guys make the channel better. So you guys and gals. Let's see if it's still 6 years, 160 million. I guess I'm just waiting for the official word. Are my Padres gonna land? I think don't be surprised. I wouldn't rule out Nick Castellanos to him, to the Padres or the Cubs or the Nationals. So um, don't be surprised if they get him. That'd be good. But I know they're trying to unload Will Myers and Eric Hosmer. That's going to be tough to do. They're going to have to eat a bunch of that money, but it's possible. Yeah, Laureano suspended like 60 games, so it's too risky. Barrow will be suspended. Do you think so, Rodney? Is that what you honestly think? Trevor Story, I can see him. He's a fit for St. Louis. I think he's a good fit for the Los Angeles Angels as well. And so he's going to get paid one way or another. He's already turned down multiple 9-figure deals to over 100 million. Would I rather get Montez or Manaea? If I can get one Montez, got 2 years of control. Manaea has one, so I get the controllable piece. And the Reds have said they're not planning on trading Luis Castillo. But again, you make him an offer he can't refuse. Things change, right? Almost 10,000 daily dose. Yeah. Diehard Yankee fan 447. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I am 99.27. We're 73 away from 10,000. So, yeah, Castellanos is great, but I don't know if he'd be a fit in the Yankees. They'd have to unload somebody. I just don't know who they're going to do that. Bauer scandal. I mean, well, he was exonerated criminally, so it can't really be that bad. But MLB likes to make an example out of certain people. So, like they did with Pete Rose for gambling, banned for life, and but yeah, it's crazy because the guy's like, a band like that, but you have players who beat their wives and do other things like that who don't get banned as long as Bauer would get banned, which is nuts. But it is what it is. And the Cubs are looking like a fun team, especially with Seiya Suzuki. Yeah, Braves looking smarter, and so yes, the Braves are looking smarter. That's a great deal. I mean, Freeman's getting that same money for 6 years as Olson is getting for 8. So, and Olson's 5 years younger. So, I mean, it's a great deal for Atlanta. I mean, this is actually definitely a win now move for the Dodgers, obviously. So, and Bauer is Cy Young caliber. He's a big time arm, but he's comes with a lot of baggage, unfortunately. So, yeah. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it authentic with none of the flashy stuff. I'll update it with a little bit some highlights and things like that once I learn how to edit a little bit more. But I'm gonna keep it from super duper flashy, man. So, CJ LaChapelle, I appreciate the dono, man. Thank you so much. Am I a bad Braves fan if I boo Freeman? No, you're not a Braves fan. I'm a bad Braves fan if you boo Freeman. That's par for the course, dude. Like when Yankee players leave the Yankees, they get booed too. I mean, Freeman's beloved there, but he could have gone back. If the difference between the Braves and the Dodgers is only 10 million, I mean he could have gone back and and probably try to help them win another World Series. But it's at this point maybe it was more than that. Did the Braves offer him 150 million or something like that? Because he's getting at least 160 from the Dodgers. That's what we're seeing here. But I don't understand Cashman's thinking. Cashman, I think the trade with Minnesota was definitely had analytics written all over it because they did a lot of, and thank you for that dono again, CJ. They had a lot of components in there that were analytically driven. Would be the WAR and strikeout rate and plate discipline and a lot of things like that. And the guys that they brought in, they really improved the plate discipline, and that's more along the line of the Dylan Lawson philosophy now. More contact hitting, more hustle, more base stealing. Connor Falefa is a base stealer. He also gets a lot of hits. He would have had the most hits on the Yankees last year. So, and these guys strike out a hell of a lot less than a lot of the Yankees do. And as one of the bigger problems the Yankees had were strikeouts. So, and it's, they're incrementally better. They're not the sexy moves. But again, I said this earlier in one of my videos that even if they brought Correa and Freeman here, that's not going to guarantee them a World Series. It doesn't address the catching problem, the center field problem, the pitching problem, none of that stuff. But they would have paid $500 million for these guys. And look what the Yankees have done. They haven't traded a single prospect yet. And they got all these guys. So, that's, to me, they would have had to obviously move a bunch of them. But Oakland asked for Volpe, Peraza, and Dominguez minimum for Olson, which is nuts. Nuts. So, but that's what they wanted. I mean, people want more from the Yankees, whether it be in contract or because of the New York sales tax and costing more here. And I get that. I totally get that. But prospects too, they want more prospects as well. So, and, but again, this is, Max Muncy here. Yeah, Muncy, I mean, he's a decent player too. A decent player too. But I mean, that's the name of the game. So I feel like Freeman lied to us. He always said he wanted to stay with the Braves, but when the time came, well, in his defense too, the Braves made that Olsen trade without even telling Freeman's people. They just made it, and then it almost forced him to leave. So, but I mean, I guess at that point he should have re-signed with them anyway. So I could see both sides. I don't really know. Randy Rivera, what's happening, buddy? But you might be right, CJ LSFL. I mean, it's but his legacy will never be forgotten there. So, and yeah, word life. It is what I mean. Putting the ball in play. That's like I would lead him off and then bat DJ second. Two good contact hitters, right from 1-2, and then you get the big bats after that. That's what I would do. So, Jose, Cole 1, Montez 2, Severino 3, Cortez, Montgomery. Yeah, and then you have Ty Young. You have other guys as well. So, yeah, thank you for modding these guys, man. Thank you for putting these trolls in place backstage, man. I appreciate you. That's what they. Oh, by the way, are you allowed to have 2 mods on a channel? Because I got your message, Daily. Are we allowed to have 2 mods? How about that? Bolty is backstage and Daily Dose. Now we got Bolty. So I didn't forget you, Daily. I didn't forget you. So you can have as many as you want. Okay, cool. Well, you're a mod now, Daily. You and backstage. So the deadly duo. I appreciate you guys. You can have more than 2. All right. Pope of sports and entertainment, the truth. Can the Pope come on live talk? Come on live talk when you want to do a live with me? Pope, is that what you're saying? Pretty hard to get a good contract when a lot of teams are out. He's almost forced to sign back with Houston. Yeah, Correa. Yeah, I mean, well, this is what happens also when you sign with Scott Boras. When you do that, you become you pretty much you're ruling out most of the teams. So nobody goes to Scott Boras for the giggles. They go to get paid. So, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Pope of sports and entertainment. I don't know how I can let people on live. I mean, hang out here in the chat. I mean, like this is mid chat, so I actually don't know how to add somebody to a live. That's something I don't know what to do yet. Yeah, we got 2 mods now, so you think it's too late for the Yankees to chase it? I don't think it's too late. I mean, the perfect guy would have been Brian Reynolds, but I don't think the Yankees are going to have what it takes for it to get him. At this point, I mean, they did bring in Ender Inciarte. He's a good defensive, athletic outfielder on a minor league deal. I'm guessing he might make the team. Estevan Flores still out there, but I don't know who else is available that they can bring out, that they can bring in. I mean, that's of a quality that you can get in a good trade or in free agency. Or like what center fielder could they possibly get? I mean, I know there's been talk about playing Story in center field, but I don't know. But Inciarte is a lefty too. So, and that's why I like him as well. He's athletic. He's a 3-time Gold Glover. He's an all-star. So, and he's got some of the intangibles that the Yankees need: that speed, the athleticism, the versatility. These are things that the Yankees gave up a lot of when they let Velasquez and like Greg Allen and all these Tyler Wade. They got rid of all that stuff, and that's a shame. Marte is an incredible option, but I worry about him only with his leg issues, his lower body issues. But he'd be a good one, Ketel Marte. And I wish Zach Gallen was available, but he's hurt now. He's got a shoulder problem. That would have been a nice get. Jonathan Villar. Does Villar play the outfield as well? Or is it just multiple infield positions? Because he'd be a nice one too. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's really be hard for me to trade those top three prospects. It'll be really, really hard. So I think Hill can be a starting pitcher. I think he should be competing for the 5 spot this offseason in spring training. So yeah, he should get every opportunity to. That's for sure. So Yankees Braves World Series. Yeah, I hear you, CJ. I hear you, man. Yankees better get vaxxed before the 7th. Vaccines, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, they won't be able to play home games. Unfortunately, infield, yeah. Well, we need a multiple. I mean, I just don't know what other. Yeah, backstage. It's going to happen any minute. This deal is going to wrap up. So, and then we'll be able to officially call Freddie Freeman a Los Angeles Dodger. And they're putting the final pieces together to dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Let's see here. And it's saying that's at least 160 million according to Morosi and some of the other reports here. And it's gonna be pretty cool to be able to announce it while we're on here. That's a big one. I mean, that's the big fish. Him and Correa, and then maybe one other night when we're doing a live stream, we'll do a Correa announcement too. That would be awesome. So we'll only give Freeman 4 years, most 33. Yeah, I mean, exactly. The Yankees offered him 4 years. I don't know the money. They said it was a high dollar deal. So my guess might have been like 4 years, 130, 140 million. And I personally, I wouldn't have gone more than 4 years either. So, Chapman, yeah. Thankfully, he's got 1 year left. I mean, I could see him being traded to a team like the Padres or the Dodgers who need another reliever. So I could see that happening. I mean, just getting a prospect back for him or something, 2 prospects, and then letting Johnny Lasagna take over. So trade, that's what we're seeing too. 6 years, 160 mil. Just waiting for the official announcement. They're finalizing it now. So, and we will get it shortly. Judge this guy. Pinstripe Alley tweeted Judge and Steinbrenner to discuss a pre-opening day extension. Okay, yeah, we know that. Okay. And looks like they're getting aggressive in the Manea Montez talks too. Yeah, I'm not sure the Correa was going to sign a 1 year deal. I mean, I'm not sure, especially if he has a $300 million offer out already. The only reason I had Bryant getting a bigger deal than Freeman is because he's 2 years younger. He's 30, Freeman's 32. So, I mean, the age at this point is making a difference. I think, at least. But yeah, I mean, Orioles, Trey Turner to the Phillies next year. If they don't sign Carlos Correa, then Trey Turner is definitely an option there. That's for sure. Well, that's for damn sure. They're going to need a shortstop after this year. Spring training West Palm Beach. Talked to Jose Altuve. Said Astros will re-sign him. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. And then, and I know they're upping their offer, their initial offer, and the owner is directly involved now. So, he'll get 300 plus. Do I think Judge is? I don't think for a Judge extension, I don't think it should go any more than 7 years. Seymour, and no more than 35 per. 7 years at 35 is 245. 7 years at 30 is 210. So in between that range, I would not go beyond 7 years because it's going to be 31 when it starts. So that's just my opinion. And he's already been injury prone. Unfortunately, he's been hurt a lot, and so I just worry about that. And he's a huge dude too. So I worry about his health as he gets a little bit older. But when he's healthy, he's awesome. So as much as the Yankees have improved, I think obviously all of Texas has improved significantly. The Mets have improved significantly. I would say those are the teams that really, really leaps and bounds improved right now. Those are my 2, Texas Rangers and the New York Mets. I mean, massive improvements. So, Billy Branch, have a great night, man. As always, thank you for hanging out with us, and appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one, man. We'll see you in the next one. Trey Turner's always been one of me. I like Trey Turner too. He's a good looking player, and you never know. You could play second base too, but that's another year that Volpe will be closer, and like Oswaldo Cabrera and Oswald Peraza. So I really don't know what they're gonna do. Gardner to the Yankees. Yeah, I don't think they should bring back Gardner at this point, but they might. But he's not the outfielder that I think they should get. Honestly, I don't think so. But we'll see, man. Jack, man, thank you. Blue Jays right now, they're pretty much up there in the AL Pope. Yeah, they're beastly. But keep in mind they did lose Simeon and Robbie Ray, so I mean, Gaussman and Kikuchi are going to have to make adjustments, and they've only replaced Simeon's offense with Chapman right now. So if they get, they get a freaking Jose Ramirez, and that's another story. Yeah, they're finalizing the multi-year deal. I got MLB Network on right here. John Morosi, they're finalizing multi-year deal. So it's about to happen. Freeman, yeah, it's about to be a lock, Mike M. Contreras is another one. He could be a catcher, yeah. I get a younger catcher, I think, would be a more ideal for the Yankees, but they need to draft better with catchers. Udall, if you had now, man, thank you so much, buddy. Higgy, yeah, Higgy's going to rotate with Ben Rorvet, the new kid that they just got from Minnesota in that trade. So he's a defensively gifted catcher, and he's like a Hulk too. He hits lefty, so yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I want to continue getting the likes up. I'm going to try to get it to 300 if we can. We're at like 183. So if you haven't hit the like button, you don't mind. And we're getting closer to 10,000 subs too. 99.28. So backstage, thanks for staying up with us, man. Get a good night rest, and dude, and again, always make time for the girls, man. They're grateful. They're grateful, man. So, and have a great night backstage. Thanks for the mod, man. You're the man. Yeah, Big Boy's right. Rizzo hasn't opted out after 1 year, so it's a motivator to play really well this year. And if he does, he can go right back on the market. So breaking news. Yeah, finalizing the multi-year deal. Okay, still just waiting for the agreement to become official. Big Mac apple pie game changer coming up, dude. Dominic, yeah, once I get to 10,000 subs, I'm gonna go live that night, and we'll do we'll do the Big Mac and the apple pie. I'm not sure if there's 70 people in here plus that haven't subscribed to the channel yet. That would be crazy if they did. So you're watching Troll 2, Udo? Udo, I'll make you a mod too if you want, man. Did I miss your post here? Udo, my apologies if I did. This stuff's going pretty fast. Let's see. Last try, Jason. Oh, wait a minute. Last try, Udo. Hold on. Things scroll by so quickly. Hang on, buddy. I'm scrolling back upward to see where you're. I don't see any of your posts here. Hang on. Hello. Hold on, dude. My apologies, Udall. I'm scrolling back up here for you. Dugan, can you alert Jason? I'm watching too. Oh, I just saw that. I didn't get an alert that you were watching. Udall, I'm watching now as well. Jim, why? Can you see my posts? Jason, hey, I can see them now. Ryan, Kim. All right, so Udall was Ryan trolling here? Is that what the was that an issue earlier that I missed? Udall, I'll make you a mod if you want to. Just let me know. Yeah, if you're getting trolled by somebody, because it scrolls by really quickly sometimes. So my apologies if I missed you. If you become a mod, I'll get a really bold blue writing of your letter, and yeah, I'll make you a mod. Yeah, now that if you're a mod and if you see somebody trolling or being disrespectful, you can go right to them and delete their posts. You go to the right hand side, you'll see 3 dots, and then you can go right there and delete their posts. Six. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are we official on Freeman here? Hold on. Looks like we might be official. Six years, 162 million. Yep, Freddie Freeman currently has agreed to terms with the Dodgers on a 6-year, $162 million deal, according to Jeff Passan. 6 years, 162 mil. It's official now. We got it here. We got it right here. We got the official announcement. So that's awesome. Good for he's not in the AL East, so I'm a happy camper. 99.36. Wow, we're 64 away from 10,000, man. Yudo, there we go. You get nice and blue now. You got the tool. All right, man, you're in. Dishes, you're done, man. Oh, that's from Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead when they were shooting plates off the roof, right? It's a big get for the Dodgers, man. So congratulations to the Dodgers. And the wrench, there we go, Udall. Now I can see you because when the bold blue, it's easier to see. 27 million per, yeah. Right on the button, Tyler. Right on the button. That's a lot of money for a 32-year-old. I got you too, Udall. Sorry I missed you earlier, man. Sometimes it's hard to. It goes sometimes, and then I miss a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I know, Harvey Dad. Tell me about it. 6 years, 162. I should have stuck with it too, man. Played high school baseball. I should have stuck with it and kept going. Yeah. That's big money. That's big money. Wow. Big money, man. But I do think the Yankees are a better team than they are last season for a lot of reasons. They're going to be more disciplined. And I mentioned the Yanks are being aggressive in talks with Oakland. It's all over MLBTradeRumors.com. The big guys and Ken Rosenthal is reporting it. Jeff Passan's reporting it. A lot of the big beat writers are reporting it. But if you go to MLBTradeRumors.com, you'll see in there. They're in discussions with Oakland. There's a whole write-up on it. It's kind of all over the place on Twitter now, too. They're discussing Frankie Montes and Sean Manaea. And let's see if I can. 99.41. Oh, my God. 59 away from 10,000 subs, which is insanity. Insanity. Trevor Story, 6-year, 100. What? Alex, you got to be joshing us. Dodgers to sign. All right, now it's official here. Dodgers to sign Freddie Freeman on MLBTradeRumors.com. That can't be right. It's that Minnesota Twins. Let's see. Let's see. I don't see anything on Story yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets that from Minnesota. Yeah, the Yankees can get Correa in order to grade. I mean, they can, but I don't think they will. I mean, at this point, I think that, they'll probably finalize things with a starting pitcher and maybe like a utility player or something. So there's a chance, Isaac. There's but not that much of a chance. I don't see it at this point. I would be surprised. Drunken Chef BBQ. Good evening. Yeah, I don't see anything on Trevor Story either. Story wants with Brian. Well, he'll probably be in the ballpark, yeah, Richard, of Bryant. Yeah. So yeah, this is nuts, man. Would I prefer Montez or Manaea? Montez? He's got 2 years of control too. I like the extra year, and he's just a little bit of a better pitcher in my opinion. Yankees like power arms, and he's a power arm. 2 starters at catcher and Jonathan Villar. I mean, that if they could pull that big boy, that's a good haul. That's a good haul. Yankee sign Judge. Well, his extension I don't think will start this year, Gerald. I think it'll start next year. But well, I guess I mean if they buy out this last year of arbitration, it could be part where they could just add, start the extension at the end of the season in 2023. So depends on what they do. Really depends on what they do. Yeah, I do think I do think Story is more likely for the Yankees than Correa. But what would you do if they brought in Story? Is my question. Like they need a starting pitcher more than they need Trevor Story. So Jonathan Villar is a super utility guy. Played with the Marlins, played with the Mets, played with the Orioles. He's a solid player, Nora. He's a solid player. Between Judge, Stanton, and Cole, yeah, it is a lot of money. He's going to make a lot of money. It's probably, yeah, I mean, the calculus probably does confirm that, James. You're right. So, and I'm curious, like, whether it's going to actually happen or not, and what type of extension he's uh, expecting. And that's the other question. Story to the Cubs could happen too. Yeah, that's very doable. And you add Story to that, say Suzuki and what else they have on a team. Uh, what's his name? Hayward and some of these other guys. They'll be a pretty solid team. So. I can't. The second Story is short. Torres as trade bait. I mean, they could trade Torres. I mean, that I could see as a viable option. And then DJ being super utility. So Stanton, Cole, and Judge. I mean, that's their three big contracts. But at least the Marlins are paying a chunk of Stanton's contract every year. So for the Yankees, so I'll take it. Larry, not they're better. I mean, they're decent right now. I mean, if they bring in somebody like Trevor Story, they'll be pretty solid. It's still going to be tough to compete in the National League Central with the Brewers and some of these other teams, but it's doable. And they're showing a willingness to do some spending. So, and Story's not going to cost as much as Correa. So, and yeah, I mean, Corey Seager got a boatload of money, $32.5 million a year. And yeah, Voigt's definitely going to be traded. So, and to probably a lesser extent, Gleyber Torres, but I wouldn't be surprised if they both got traded. I think he's got old fast. So I feel like we're getting young again. So, they're bringing like kind of Falefa is only 26. They brought in some young guys, but the fact is Donaldson, even though he's older than Gio, is an upgrade over Gio, and he's only here for 2 years. So, but yeah, Gavin Lux is getting squeezed. I mean, that would be a guy to bring here to play multiple positions. I would take a Lux over a Jonathan Villar if you can get him here. It would cost a little bit, but he'd be a good guy. He's got like 5 years of control left, so he's a guy I would bring here for his versatility, infield and outfield. Instead of hunting for a center fielder, you get somebody like Gavin Lux who can play the outfield and the infield, and then you got your super utility. You got your Tyler Wade, Castillo. I mean, they said they weren't going to now trade him, the GM today, but if they get an offer that he can't refuse, I could see him moving. Torres and Voigt to the Brewers for Hader. I mean, I would do it. Hader's a difference maker. He's a different maker. But yeah, the Reds, Word Life is right. The Reds say today they were not trading Castillo, but we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, I mean, Rose for you, I mean, I'm of a similar opinion, but I think he's going to get at least 210 million, Judge. That's just the way the market goes for a player of his production. So, but I think, Ramirez is probably going to the Blue Jays. I mean, they have the pieces to get him and the money. He could also go to the Marlins for some of their pitching. They have some ridiculous and hitting prospects too, but more pitching. They could stock Cleveland up with some crazy pitching, and he'd be a big get. They were looking to get some controllable players there. The Marlins would be a sleeper team for Jose Ramirez. No. Yeah, I mean, I want it to work out with Torres, but if it doesn't, I mean, I just hope they get something of value back for him. Freeman's not going to AL. Yeah, I think you're right too, big boy. I think it makes life a little bit easier now for Cashman now that Freeman's not coming to the AL East. Doesn't have to make a reactionary move. He can move a little bit quicker for the starting pitching now. So I would agree with that. And a lot of folks want to trade Gleyber and Voigt. Voigt definitely, and again, Gleyber, if they can get something of value for him pitching, I would do it. Then you could just plug DJ at second. He's a better second baseman defensively. So apparently Sevy already has shoulder pain. I didn't see that, Shamir. He threw 2 clear innings today. So, And yeah, he threw two clean innings today, and he looked pretty good. So I think it's Herman that has it's either the shoulder pain or like oblique or something like that. Udall, always a pleasure, man. I appreciate your help and your support, and you're welcome to the crew, man. Welcome to the crew, Udall. Always a pleasure, man. Have a great night. I'm gonna bump off in a second too, and it's getting late. But I'm glad we were able to announce officially Freddie Freeman to the Dodgers. 6 years, 162 million. That's big time, guys. That is big time. Yeah, I think it's Herman that's injured, but Severino was good today, and he's eager to kind of get going. So it's a good sign. I just hope he stays healthy. And but I still think they need another starter one way or another. So what? Dominic, have a great night. Jeff Passan tweeted, "Are you Montez to the Royals?" I heard that, Cooper. They're interested in Frankie Montez. I haven't seen no Passan tweet about Judge being injured. Is it troll Jeff Passan? If it's troll Jeff Passan, is a different guy that poses as him. So you bastard, yeah. Infused. Good one. But let's not make it a habit because I got mods that'll bust you up. So, but I give you that one. That was good. That was good. It's all good, man. It's all good. Paxton was it the IL 60 days? Well, I know that Chris Sale is on the IL now because he's got a stress fracture in his ribs. So, nor the great. I'll keep that in mind about being a mod. These guys are my OGs, like Udall and Backstage and Daily. They've been with me since the beginning, so they definitely earn the promotions, man. But I'll keep that in mind. I do see the Red Sox do. I could see them making a trade for a pitcher now that Sale's hurt. No. Who are we facing opening day? I think it's Boston, isn't it? Boston or Baltimore? Still waiting for Prince Fielder to sign with the Yankees for center field at 10 years, $500 million. That's possible. Possible, James. Gil can win a spot in the rotation this spring. Hell yeah. I like Louis Hill. I hope he keeps developing. I really do. I really, really do. So many teams need pitchers now. Catch him. Yeah, he's better because the Royals are going after him, and don't be surprised if Boston goes after him and some other teams too. So, and exactly, Jim Duggan. Wow, Dimes, that's awesome, man. You made it when you have money. Well, I think you're right. I think you're right. I would get you on. I would get you on as one too, Ola, because you've been with me for a long time. So I'm happy to do it. Central teams want. Yeah, it's gonna cost. I mean, it's gonna cost. So is Montez. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, Boston. That's right. Yankee Stadium. That's right. Now that Freeman is gone, yeah, I think we're gonna find some more rapid moves in free agency. The next couple days are going to be crazy. Do I know Derek? Of course I do. Him and I have done collaborations together. So I am going to learn how to video edit like him. He's a professional video editor, so he does that as a career. So I'm learning how to organically do this stuff on my own. So, but I'll be sprucing up the videos at some point. I want to make sure the content is good because it doesn't matter how flashy your videos are if your content's not good, you're only gonna get so far. So that's the thing. That's the key. to do a Void. Thought he was good, but yeah, I mean he's going to be traded now. You have Rizzo. He doesn't really have a spot anymore. So, and yeah, I got you, Ola. Have a great night to you too, man. Yeah, T-Bird, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it very much. That's the key. I want to keep the content good and authentic and real and fun and stuff like that. So, um, you know, and I'll spruce up things. You know, that's one of the things that I'm investing in is editing equipment and things like that. So, so I like the donos I get will go towards that to help me kind of make the channel better. Voight for Hosmer back. Voight's an arbitration player. He's got 3 years of ARB. So combined 3 years of ARB is not even going to cost him 1 year of Hosmer. Hosmer's contract's a disaster. I would trade Voight for some prospects at this point. Colorado, Miami, some pitching prospects. Pittsburgh, one of their catching prospects. They have crazy catching prospect depth. So Seymour, have a great night to you too, man. Thank you. Yeah, they have a chance on Kenley Jansen. They do. He's a free agent, so I think I'll reach 10,000 tomorrow. I might, James, and I appreciate you being here since the beginning, man. Thank you for that. Thank you, Udall. Thank you. Yeah, this is our channel, man. So we want to keep this. We want to keep this, keep it good. People are gonna have opinions. People are gonna start, doing their thing and whatnot. But like, it's all good. As long as we keep it respectful to each other, we're fine. And keeping it nice. And and there'll be times where you'll hear me a potty mouth on occasion and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna be spitting up propaganda and all this stuff and blah blah blah. So this channel's about all of us. I want to keep it fun. But yeah, man, Suzuki, I could see that 20 home, and the Dodgers are the real Yankees now. Yeah, they are. How? Yeah, the Liar at 267 likes. That's awesome. Ticket prices for the Yankees, are they going to be high? They're always high. Jim Duggan, I would have been here, but you mentioned another channel. That's when I. Thank you, Jim. Man, I mentioned other channels that I think are good. They do put out good content. I want to support my fellow baseball YouTubers, so and especially people who treat people well. So I definitely like supporting folks. Definitely get a pitcher. Sir Vic, I mean, the only way I would get Trevor Bauer is if he's released and you get him on the minimum. So let the Dodgers pay all that money. I wouldn't take up all that money for Bauer. Do you expect Puig to? Yeah, I mean, I could see a Puig come back. For what team, I don't know, but he's got talent. He's a good hitter, and he's got a cannon for an arm. So I could see somebody getting him, even if it's the Marlins or somebody taking a shot at him. Why not? Low risk. Last Yankee game I went to, oh man, 2019. Like I think it was the last game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Toronto and New York will lose players from being unvaccinated. Yeah, they will. Charlie. Yep. It's unfortunate. $250 million. I don't know if the Yankees are cheap, but they're cheap at the worst times. I could say that. So I think the Yankees could still boost their payroll, but you know, this would have been a good time to kind of be aggressive, more aggressive than they are now. So, but again, keep it in mind too. Not everybody wants to take the Yankees' money either. Freeman didn't want to take it, so, and that's the thing. So it's not everybody wants Yankees' money. So, and it is what it is. That's unfortunate. So, but I would definitely be calling the Dodgers to try to trade for Gavin Lux. It would cost a little bit, but I think it'd be, that would be the guy, the Tyler Wade, the utility infield and outfield guy. He'd be perfect. And I think he hits lefty, if I'm not mistaken. So he gives him another lefty bat, and he's young. So, the 2 Oakland pitchers for Voight, Torres, it's going to cost more than that. A lot more. Hal's never smiled. Never seen him smile. That's for sure. Tatis belongs. Yeah. Haha, Charlie. He's getting surgery on his wrist tomorrow. Exactly. This is the thing, Javi Baez. Like, not everybody wants to play for the Yankees. Not everyone wants the Yankee money. Not everybody wants to handle the market. So it's easy to assume they should be signing this guy and that guy, but it's not realistic. Not everybody wants to come here. So, and that's totally fine. Yeah, I know Hal had a rough. Yeah, Hal's not very good doing interviews. I'll tell you that. Cashman's better than him. So, well, that's the thing too. Exactly, Udall. They have third highest payroll or right around there every single year, top three. And sometimes they sign the wrong guys, like Jacoby Ellsbury, like Carl Pavano, just terrible contracts. So, you know, think tanks. Yeah, I mean, Toronto's going to go hard after him, and they should. Jose Ramirez. But yeah, I mean, the Yankees have a lot of infield prospects coming up, a lot of stud ones, and they have a pretty solid infield now. It's just got a hell of a lot better defensively, so which will help pitchers too. And so they're better than they were last year right now, and I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. Britton will be gone next year, Harvey, and Chapman too. That's 30+ million off the books, just those two guys. So theoretically, what could we get prospect wise for? We can get a good package in Foos. Right now, with a whole year left, teams would give up a lot for a year from Judge, especially if they think it's one piece away. They'll give a lot for him. Juan Gonzalez, they want to know. Even Ken Griffey Jr. said if the Yankees were the only team that offered him a contract, he would have retired. He didn't want to play here. And he said that out loud. So certain people feel that way. Hall of Famer, Ken Griffey Jr. Pavana, I know, Big Drake. Sorry. It's terrible. It's terrible, man. Brian Reynolds will be a huge get, but he's going to cost a boatload of just prospect capital. It's going to be really, really hard to get him, but he'd be worth it. He'd be worth it. Oswaldo Cabrera is a switch hitter. He's a good-looking prospect, too. Plays multiple infield positions. The versatility with some of these guys are key, and they're all disciples of Dylan Lawson, so they steal bases. They hit the opposite. They both ways of the field, contact hitting. They're aggressive. Like, they're starting to bring a new approach to the Yankees, and I think it's important. So, yeah, Volpe, I'm in on Volpe, no doubt about it, man. Bullpen, if you can get Montez and like a good reliever, I'd be happy this offseason. Content right now, but I'm not happy yet if they don't get a starting pitcher, and they need a starting pitcher. So I'm with you there, Compt. No doubt. Toronto looking strong. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they look very strong. They look scary. And Texas looks strong too. If they stay healthy and perform, they'll be a sleeper team to play well. So, but yeah, Freeman's not in the division. He's not in the AL at all. So we don't have to face him a bunch of times a year, which is fantastic. So he can keep terrorizing the Mets and terrorizing these other teams. Terrorize the Braves now. And you'll have a great night, man. I'm going to wrap it up in a second, too. Brian Reynolds will cost Volpe and Dominguez easily. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. If it's possible, they have to make them an offer that they won't be able to refuse because the GM said they're not going to move Castillo now. So, but again, money talks, prospects talk. So, and they've already traded Amir Garrett. They traded Winker. They traded Eugenio Suarez. They traded Sonny Gray. So they're definitely unloading a lot of salary. And they would unload more if they can get more prospects. And they've gotten a lot of prospects back already. And yeah, I agree. Rays are quiet and sneaky all the time. But the Yankees, yeah, I mean, the Yankees need to add a starting pitcher, Michael Reynolds, right now. So I really hope they do because they throw Ken Griffey. Yeah, I heard they were not nice to his dad and they were not nice to him as a kid. So that's why he would never play for the Yankees, which is unfortunate. But Anthony Parr, have a great night. Thank you for coming on. Yankees long-term plans. I don't know. It could be. He's not a free agent for 3 more years, so he'll be 26 years old. So we'll see. He might be locked up by the Nationals by then. Well, I don't know. I mean, Nelson Cruz is there now. And, I'm curious to see what the Nationals are going to do to build around him. Like the Cubs are kind of putting these guys together. I think the Nationals might do the same thing. Who do you see winning the NL East? The Braves. Who they got for Garrett? They traded Amir Garrett for Mike Minor, which, they didn't, the Royals won that trade, Shamir. The Royals won that one. Yeah. Trade for someone he's 38. Yeah, maybe, Jim. Heyman saying Freeman took less money to go to LA. Maybe the Yankees did offer the highest. Well, they definitely had the highest average annual value, but it was over 4 years. I just don't know what it was. I mean, I don't think it was 4 years over 160. That would have been insane, but who knows? But again, this is the thing. If they offered him that much money, then they could still bring in somebody after Rizzo. Because if 40 million, but 16, that's 20 something $1 million that they were willing to spend on top of Rizzo's salary. That doesn't mean, there's no reason they can't bring in a Story or another starting pitcher or two or whatnot. So they could still add payroll if they offer that much for Freddie Freeman. Well, yeah, I mean, Amir, I mean, Kansas City's a decent team, so they might surprise people. If Montez is a Yankee tomorrow, it'll be awesome. If he's a Yankee, I'm definitely going live tomorrow night because I want to know. I want everybody to know that, and we'll celebrate that bad boy. Michael Reynolds, we know the vaccine. The majority of the players are vaccinated, except for I think 3 or 4. So, and it sounds as if there's a good speculation that Judge is one of them. So, but it hasn't been confirmed. They asked him yesterday, and he refused to answer the question. So, I don't know. I really don't know. But either way, if he's not, he won't be able to play at home games or in Toronto until something else happens. So that's what happens to unvaccinated players, Arthur. They will not be able to play in New York due to some New York City private sector ordinance. So they won't be able to play in home games. Mets, Yankees, none of them. And obviously, when they go to Toronto because of the Canadian ban, they won't be able to play there either. So it's going to affect service time. Like with Judge, if he misses more than 14 games, he gets free agency, he gets pushed back a whole nother year till 2024 instead of 2023. Just that alone, no, you lose your service time. So that's something you need to keep in mind. And obviously, they don't get paid when they're not playing or at in the homestand. So it's just a whole ugly situation. So it really is. But it is what it is. The Yankees forced to trade Judge. They're not forced to trade him, Ben. The only way I'm trading Aaron Judge right now is if they offer him an extension and he says no. If he rejects the extension because he thinks he can get more out of the market or whatever, then you trade him immediately. The team will pay a lot in prospects to get him, and you move on. That's what I would do. We offer you, and it sounds as if they're going to offer him an extension. So we'll see what that is. We will see what that is. Orioles and Correa would be crazy. Larry Strezzi, I think it'll be announced tomorrow if they make a trade with Oakland. So, and the Dodgers just got Freddie. It's official. IC Panda. Yeah, 6 years, $162 million. Yep. Judge will say he's immunized or whatever Rogers said. Yeah, that's not going to be enough in New York. Green Bay, Wisconsin's a different story. Not New York. They don't play in New York. They do not play around. Judge for Trout. Yeah, I don't think the Angels will move Trout. If Judge gets moved, my guess it'll be the Dodgers or Padres, and that's an opportunity. Like if you decide you get Judge, you get Lux back, you can get one of those pitchers back, maybe Gratterall or Dustin May or something like that, and then that's a feasible trade. So it really is. And the Rizzo signing looks fantastic right now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Dodgers, yeah, I don't think the Dodgers are done now. I think they're going to probably try to bring in a pitcher after losing, Kershaw, not Kershaw, after losing Scherzer and potentially Bauer. So, Yanks doc can get Judge at Vax car without. Yeah. I don't know. If he gets busted with a phony vaccination card, that doctor will go to jail. Or be banned from baseball, something, and Judge will be banned too. So it would just it's an unnecessary situation to do that. Vax car from Chinatown. The Mets got Chase and Shreve tonight, Mets fan, another left-handed reliever, but um, yeah, Shreve. Chafin went to the Tigers. Uh, maybe they'll send Watson. Maybe. I see the Mets bringing in another reliever. Not sure who, but I could see them bringing in another one. I would hope Judge wouldn't be like that, Ben Myers. New variant in China. Yeah, well, they shut down pretty much a whole province in China to get that thing under control. Would I want Judge extended past his early 30s? I don't personally. I wouldn't go above 7 years. The only reason I say he's going to get at least 7 years from somebody. He's probably going to get 8 or 9 from somebody. So, um, but again, we'll see. What do you think about Seiya Suzuki? Not sure that's how you spell it. Yeah, it's somewhere like that. He's a solid player. I mean, the Cubs just gave him a lot of money. 5 years, $85 million to go to Chicago. So I think he'll be good there. I think he'll be good. Kind of gives me a Sammy Sosa vibe. So our spring training games, bro. Yeah, I think so. On the Yes Network and like MLB TV and stuff like if you have the MLB app. I do think they're most of them, not all of them. So and yes, they definitely need to get it done with Judge. But it depends on what he wants. And this is his right to ask for. This is his one chance. So 5 for 150, I would love that, but that's never going to happen in my opinion with Judge. He's going to get at least 200 million. Suki getting compared to Matsui. Yeah, it's a fair comparison. All home games. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to play home games. Nope. So, and that's, our Japanese players that are a possible post in the near future. Not that I know of, at least that I wouldn't be able to pronounce their names. That's for sure. I noticed some pictures available, a couple offensive players, but I don't know how the hell to pronounce their names. And we know Seiya Suzuki was the most well-known, so because he talked about all the time, so. Kind of left is not going to say. Well, I mean, Correa is not going to solve all problems either. Neither is Story. So, I mean, they have a lot more problems than they're just shortstop. But they upgraded shortstop and third baseman. But I see what you're saying, though. I mean, Trevor Story would be a nice get, but they still need starting pitcher more than anything, in my opinion. But I see what you're saying there, Yankees. Chen's 25. So, new short. Yeah, he was a Yankee fan since he was a kid. What I see the Mets doing in the bullpen, I see them like maybe a Ryan Tepera or you talking about Tony Watson, Mets fans? Tony Watson's a solid left-handed reliever. I thought they were going to get Andrew Chafin, but he went to the Tigers. But Ryan Tepera or somebody like that. I mean, don't be surprised if they bring in surprisingly like somebody like Kenley Jansen. So, but I need a lefty. They brought in Chase and Shreve earlier this evening. He's a lefty, crafty one, but so they did bring in that. But I could see somebody else coming in too. Sean Browning, peace, bro. Yeah, I would be cautioned to give Judge like a super long-term deal. Montez would be perfect. Big Mac and apple pie stream. Yeah. Let's see if we get any more. Did we get any closer here? 99. 99.62. We're 38 away from 10,000. Yeah, it might happen tomorrow. So hopefully Manea news breaks or Montez news breaks. Something Yankee news breaks. So, yeah. That would be, it's greatly appreciated for you for supporting the channel with subscribing. So I thank you. I think the new hitting coach will be great for the Yankees, Harvey. The Mets record, I see them 92 wins or something like that. Mets fans. I think that'll get them into the postseason. Donaldson, Donaldson's bringing an edge to the Yankees that they haven't had in a while. So And again, they took him so they can get the young catcher and they can get kind of Falefa. So, the stuff that they got in return justifies the Donaldson money. And Donaldson had a down year last year, and he had 27 home runs and 75 RBIs. I'll take that on a down year. So, Judge to Giants, it could happen. They have the pieces to get him. I would see him on the West Coast, no doubt about it. Daniel, I appreciate that, man. Just trying to keep it calm and cool. Especially at nighttime, we're kind of winding down. You know what I mean? Yankees roster is better than it was, but it's still, some messy pieces. There are. We got breaking news here. What is this? Dodgers and Freeman. Okay. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you. A move offensively, the Mets. If they do, it'll probably be like Jonathan Villar coming back or something like that. Nothing major, like not one of the big dogs. I don't see it. A realistic Montez trade-off would probably have to start with Luis Hill and Oswald Peraza. Charlie, yeah, we got some donos on the live stream. We had a live stream before. I got some donos. Yeah. Joe Pesci. He actually has kind of a low tone, kind of laid-back voice. And late-night radio disc jockey. I did that in college. Like broke down to me. It was late at night on the weekends. Like, it was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of the Yankees are going to benefit, I think, from the new hitting coaches. My favorite sources, everything from MLBTradeRumors.com, ESPN, Jeff Passan, Ken Rosenthal, Joel Sherman, Jack Curry, like a lot of, and then I look at other ones, John Morosi and a bunch of other ones, and I wait for consistency and then it popping up on like an MLBTradeRumors.com or something like that. I wait for multiple sources to corroborate any type of reporting before I don't like to prematurely bring something out because it can come back and backfire and bite me in the butt. So that's why I wait for multiple sources. But the Yankees need to win now. Judge, Cole, Stanton, yes, no doubt about it. Anyone rumored available that I would know? Michael, that's available now. The Mets might bring back Conforto. Yeah, maybe. Tommy Pham, Corey Dickerson, maybe. Met fans think you don't have bad offense. You brought in Canna, Mark Canna, you brought in Starling Marte. Your offense is going to be fine. Going to be just fine. Charlie, UFC in England this weekend, nice. Cubs can use some lefty bats. Yeah, they could. Conforto on the Cubs might be an option too. Well, you think I'm funny? Like I amuse you? What the fuck you? I love Joe Torre. Mike Minor for the Yankees. He just got traded to the Reds for Amir Garrett today, Daniel. Traded to the Cincinnati Reds for Amir Garrett. It's a stupid trade. The Royals won that trade big time. Amir Garrett's legit. I was hoping the Yankees would go for him, but whatever. No, the Mets lineup does not suck. The Mets lineup is good. I mean, it's going to be a hard one to get through. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. It's going to be good. You got Lindor, like you got Pete Alonso, you got freaking Starling Marte, you got like Mark Canna, Eduardo Escobar. Like there's plenty of hell for pitchers to go through on the Mets lineup. I'm really impressed with what Cohen has done. He's brought a lot of balance to this team. And even though I'm not a Mets fan, I'm really impressed with it. I got a lot of respect for what he's done. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up, Robert. I'm usually not up this late, but I wanted to report. Is it possible the two Utes, Scotto, you know that one, right? My cousin, the two Utes. I actually bought a shirt. Law offices on Vincent Laguardo Gambini representing Utes. I actually ordered it. It hasn't come home yet. It hasn't come yet. So it's just a Joe Torre shirt. But I'm usually not on here. I wanted to report the Freddie Freeman to the Dodgers, which just broke a little bit ago. So, and Cohen's dead serious. He wants to win, and I respect that. So, that trade would be nice, Gerald Lynn, but unfortunately, Zach Gallen is now hurt. He's got a shoulder injury in his pitching arm, and that's not good. So, you have to scratch him. But Carson Kelly and Ketel Marte would be nice. Nice. Yeah, Lindor got a huge contract, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Magic. Are those magic grits? Did he get them from the same place Jack got his beanstalk beans? What is this? It's a grit. What is a grit? That was a great movie. I loved, I mean, he's Joe Pesci's phenomenal. Trade House family, that's definitely open a possibility. Yeah. Seattle's made some moves. Yeah. They brought in Robbie Ray. They just traded for Suarez and Winker. Like they're making moves. They're getting better. So I would not sleep on the Mariners. So watching The Godfather. Oh God. Godfather's all time. 3-team trade for Castillo and Montez. Oh shoot. I don't know. I mean, the Reds would have to get. Each team would have to get a top pitching prospect and a top offensive prospect, and then a mid-level prospect like Hill, Leandros Gomez, Oswald Peraza. You probably have to give up. I don't know, man. A lot. Three prospects to each team to get a Castilla and a Montez. Would I love that? Yes. I appreciate that, Yankees Chens 25. Thank you, man. I appreciate your support, man. Makes me happy to hear you guys like the channel. You ever hear about the ongoing cholesterol problem? Oh, yeah, when you put that lard on the thing. How many grits? What? And Marissa Tomei was great, too. Can't you tell they got no Chinese food here? What are you, a fucking world traveler? That was great. She won the Oscar for that. Supporting actress. She was fantastic. Marinus looked good. Raging Bull, another one. He was in there with De Niro, yeah. Yeah. Higgy, I mean, he'll do decent. 10, 15 home runs, maybe something like that. Some decent pop, platooning with this kid, Ben Rortvedt. And, I think it's a better platoon than him and Sanchez. So, because of the defensive ability and just the righty-lefty thing. And again, pitchers are going to want to throw to them. They didn't want to throw to Sanchez. And that sucked. Counter off a bit. Oh, yeah. Do I have to kill you? What if I was to kick the ever-loving shit out of you? Would that change? Would you give me the $200 then? You kick the shit out of me. Yeah, me kick the shit out of you. I can use a good ass kick, and I really can. I'm going with the $200. And he takes his jacket off. He's great, man. Joe Pesci's a legend, man. I loved him in Casino. He was fantastic. I mean, what is he not good in? Goodfellas, trade for Wilson Contreras. I mean, he's got 1 year left, but I don't know. Unless they're going to send back Higashioka, I don't want to get rid of this new kid. He's young, and he's a good player. Happy St. Patty's Day. That's right. Happy St. Patty's. I would try Trammell for the Mariners for Voight. Trammell for the Mariners for Voight. Not bad. Do I sell merch? It's funny. I told folks when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I was going to start getting merch together, and I'm approaching 10,000 now. Fernando, and I'm actually 9,962, so I'm 38 subs away, and I'm starting to work on ideas. What kind of merch do you think would be a good idea? I've had hoodies, like a t-shirts, like that's what I'm getting requests on. Mugs or the beer, the beer things, stuff like that. Arthur, I try to keep it personal. I try to keep it real for everybody, and this is not about me. This is about you guys. This is a baseball channel. I'm not going to spend time talking about myself. Nobody gives a shit like I'm talking about myself the whole time. I'm not always right. Nobody's always right. This is about baseball. It's about you guys. So that's the way I do it. That's the way I've done it since the beginning. So, Tom, I think the Yankees are going to, I think they're going to get a starting pitcher either tomorrow or the next day. They were already working on it. So, J-Luck, that new catcher is a Hulk. He is, that dude is brolic, man. Absolutely brolic. It's like crazy. Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield. Yes, he was. I remember that too. Yeah, De Niro was good. You need some baseball. Hey, Bobby. Bobby Rayburn. Hey. He was nuts he was nuts in freaking in the fan. Wow. Yeah, man. That was a good movie. He was insane, but that was a good movie. I appreciate that. Go check out Lilo Brancato. He's from the kid from the Bronx Tale, played Collagino. He actually does really good Robert De Niro and Al Pacino impersonations. If you look him up on Google, I mean on YouTube, Lilo Brancato, and just type in De Niro or Lilo Brancato Pacino. He's spot on. He's spot on. Cole prefer Higashioka. Yes, he did, and so did Corey Kluber. And hats, okay. I'm considering like skull caps and regular caps. So, and I'll probably like 5 or 6 things in terms of merch, and we'll see how that goes, and then we'll go from there. Bronx Tale was fantastic. Chaz Palminteri is a really cool dude too. Sonny. I mean the bathroom scene. That's the best scene in the movie. Bronx Tale. Brancato was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, he went to prison for a couple years. He's out now, so Pesci argument. What the hell are you doing? You stupid ass. What kind of fucking team you putting together? I should smack you in the mouth. Like, I could only imagine. My favorite movie is Good Will Hunting. And I have a couple. Dead Poet Society, Goodfellas. I have like a 10. My magic 10, James. And those, Shawshank Redemption's in there, Godfather's in there, Hoosiers is in there. So I might consider thongs, Fernando. Maybe poker hat merch. Okay. Irishman was a good movie too. That's right. I don't want your face, Frankie Coffee Cakes. No, I don't want his face looking at you. Put him in the bathroom. Put him in the fucking bathroom. You're breathing on me. If you guys want to see that, the Bronx Tale bathroom scene, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Girdle March. Okay, Girdle March. All right. Tidy Whiteys, things like that. Okay, all right. Shawshank's awesome, Jim. Love Shawshank. Hoosiers, my favorite sports movie. There's a lot of sports movies I like, but Hoosiers is my all-time. Smokey and the Bandit, nice. Shamir, I grew up in the theater. My mom worked in the entertainment industry in the Broadway theaters for a bunch of years, and I grew up around these actors and actresses, so gained a lot of this type of stuff for some reason. Like mercenary merch. What do you want? Merch. Dang, what do you want? Like bulletproof vests and stuff like that? That's some gangster merch right there. Horse racing. Oh yeah, you're a fucking jinx. That old guy. Oh my god, he cost the money playing craps. He cost the money at the racetrack. It was terrible. Heat with De Niro is one of the best movies. That's in my top 10 too. That scene with him in the diner with him and Pacino is classic, man. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, another one fantastic. Lupin Watson highlights it very similar. Billy, oh heck yeah, Mets fans. Two cousins, child actors, famous Broadways. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the Broadway theaters, so and I worked in the theaters. I met a lot of these people. I was an extra in a couple movies too. So, J-Lock, have a great night. I'm gonna wrap it up in a second too. I'm going way over. Full Metal Jacket's fantastic. The Departed's fantastic. That scene with Jack Nicholson. And he's sitting there with the guy's hand in the bag. Leonardo DiCaprio's like shitting his pants. It's great. Oh man. New York cops still doing frisk to anyone they want to. I think stop and frisk might have been banned. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of it, so you can't just stop and frisk because they don't do it. They don't do it with the white folks. I know that, so it's unfortunate. Yeah, Mets getting Watson would be solid. It's another solid addition, yeah. No doubt. I mean, any new addition at this point for the Mets would be good. If they can beef up their bullpen, yeah. Arthur Ellis, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the super chat. Don't know, man. Manny Benuelos does look pretty solid right now. He looked pretty solid. Have a great night too, Simply Five. He looks solid on the mound today, throwing some BP and stuff. So Mets fans, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. It's good to hear that people like the challenge. I want to keep it enjoyable. So again, there's a lot of different channels, a lot of good channels out there. So, but I try to be me, and me is a little different than everybody else. So that's totally fine. Where do I think Andrew Miller? He, the Royals or somebody like that. Andrew Miller, Kansas City or Detroit or somebody like somebody in the Central. I think Kyle. This is usually past my bedtime, Marjorie, so I'm gonna hit the bed shortly. My live streams usually end at midnight, but I went late today because Freddie Freeman just signed with the Dodgers, so I wanted to get that out so that everybody knew. So, but go do your thing, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks so much for the super chats and your generosity. I'll go live on Saturday, but if I hit 10,000 subs, I'll go live tomorrow. Especially if the Yankees make a trade to at Oakland, I'll definitely be going live one way or another. But thank you guys. Have a great night. And Jack C, man, yes, you're very generous, man, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. And again, you know, I, I read everybody. I try to read all comments. I don't expect people to do super chats or anything, but I appreciate them. And but yeah, your generosity is greatly appreciated, Jack. That's not true, man. I read your stuff, Jack. You Joshin, dude. I read as many comments as I possibly can. And then I definitely don't expect super chats. So, but I appreciate them one way or another. But hey, have a great night, everybody. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow night or Saturday. Peace.